I'm very excited to share my very first electric guitar that I bought when I was 12 years old. This is a 1983 BC Rich Mockingbird NJ Series. I did not purchase it brand new. I purchased it secondhand when I was 12 out of the LA Classifieds. It was that long ago. This was, pre-internet, way before Craigslist and eBay, and way before Reverb. LA Classifieds. I didn't know what the year was when I purchased it. It's the same age as me, but at 12 years old, it wasn't, people didn't care what year it was. It was just used. It was used guitar, and it wasn't stock when I got it. It was, the guy that I got it from, he had modified it. It was originally, I believe, two humbuckers with a volume switch, volume tone, and a different style bridge. And the guy that I bought it from, he had modified it. I think that was like his side hustle, as so many people today do. You get a guitar, at a good price, you do some modifications to it, and you turn around and flip it. He was doing it through the LA Classifieds back in the 90s. People are doing it through Reverb and Facebook Marketplace and stuff today. He added the middle humbucker and rewired it. He added an on-off switch per pickup, and then rewired it to be a volume and tone per pickup. And it stayed that way for 2.5 decades until last summer when I decided to, rebuild this thing. I loved this guitar. Originally, I was looking for that BC Rich 10-string bitch. I think most of you know exactly what I'm talking about. At 12 years old, that was just the coolest guitar ever. I wanted it so bad, but of course I was never going to be able to afford that. So I'm flipping through the LA Classifieds looking for BC Riches every week for I don't even know how long. This was $200. I was so excited, but so nervous, So we go to the guy's apartment, which all I really remember was that it was so harshly lit. The overhead fluorescent lights. There was no lamps. I don't even think he had natural light in that apartment. But I was very excited about the guitar, and I was too young to appreciate everything that he had done to it. He had also swapped out the bridge and added the Tune-o-matic, and he had swapped out the tuners. It does have the original brass nut. I think the original nuts were brass. They might not have been. But it does have a brass nut, which was original to when I had purchased it. What else? I don't know. I played this thing all the time. I learned how to play guitar on this thing. Do I embarrass myself? Yeah. I'll give you an old photo. So, last summer, I decided it was time to take this thing out and reshape it into something that I'll actually want to play and keep in the showroom and show off to customers. It would be a showpiece for the showroom. And the idea was to put in pickups that were a variety, but something that I would actually play, and rewire it without adding any new holes and do any new routing, kind of. And make them more functional than what it had been for 26 years. So let's do the humbuckers. This is the VLO Jazz XFR, very low output jazz. So it's a very clean, very fat sounding humbucker. Bridge humbucker is the Epic XFR, very fat sounding bridge humbucker. Love these. I don't like 3 pickup guitars, which is strange because this is my first guitar, and usually the first guitar shapes you into who you are. If you start off with a Fender, you're always going to be playing Fenders, particularly if it's a Strat or a Tele. If you always start off with a Gibson, regardless of it being a Les Paul or an SG, you kind of always stick with Gibsons, and then Fenders feel uncomfortable and vice versa. I started off with a 3 pickup guitar, 3 humbucker guitar, and I do not like 3 humbucker guitars. That middle pickup is right where you're strumming, which is so frustrating. So the idea on this one was to use the Slutty Wolf H90, which was one of my all-time favorite pickups. But I made it with Alnico 8 bar magnets so that it's louder just because of the magnets, and I could actually set it lower, more out of my way, without losing any of the volume. So it is set at about the same height as the neck pickup, while it's actually the same volume as the rest of the pickups. And now I actually like it. The pickups are Paisley engraved, obviously. I've got a Paisley sleeve tattoo. I love Paisley. The Paisley engraving actually flows into the custom pickup rings that I made as well. The tops and the pickup rings were cut at the same time out of vulcanized fiberboard. So you can't really, you'd never even notice it unless you're like really staring at it. But yeah, the Paisley flows from the tops into the rings, which is just fun for me. Gold hardware was not my choice, but I got it with gold hardware, so I stuck with the gold hardware. The wiring is unique. Three-way switch between the two humbuckers. So you've got neck, both, bridge. Next switch, the middle switch, is also a three-way switch. It switches between the humbucker switch and the middle pickup. So that's middle pickup and whatever the humbucker switch is doing, and then that is just the humbucker switch. So you can get the 3 different humbucker tones, or just the middle pickup, or middle pickup plus bridge, plus neck, or all 3 together. If you want that really low output, terrible tone, whatever. It's the ability to do it, so I did it. Neck volume, middle volume, bridge volume, master tone, and last switch is the Offset Fuzz Circuit. A volume and gain control. The Offset Fuzz Circuit was designed by Electric Squid Industries specifically for Stonewall pickups, specifically for Stonewall Jazzmaster pickups, as well as the wide range humbuckers, which, oh my god, so good. I actually wasn't even a huge fan of fuzz circuits until this fuzz circuit was designed. I don't sell it separately, and you can't buy it directly from him either. It really only is available in my loaded pickguards for Jazzmasters and any of my Jazzmaster pickguards. But you know, he's my friend. This is my guitar. I can do whatever I want, so I put it in here. And that allowed me to use all of the existing electronics controls holes and not have to drill or put in a dummy pot or anything. The only change that I really did to this physically was I added a battery pack. I love this thing. I did replace, obviously, all of the electronics, the pickups, the tune-o-matic, and the knobs. I think I replaced the knobs. It's been over a year at this point. The frets are all original. I didn't even dress them. It still has a brass nut on there. It has the tuners that were on there when I had purchased it. And it's the original finish. It is the original stop tailpiece. And I think that's it. So I think I'm going to play now and walk you through a few of the positions. Thank you.